Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our newest episode of the Beyond the Red Door podcast. My name is Austin Dye, and I'm joined by my lovely, amazing, talented co-host, Dominick Perry. This is our first episode of 2025, Dom. How you feeling?
We're feeling really good. A lot of your adjectives are really inspirational, and they, kind of float my ego just a tiny bit. So it really gives me that bump whenever I introduce myself. Makes me feel so good.
I'm glad. I think I need to break out a thesaurus this year and start changing up some of the adjectives because I feel like I go to the same ones that pop up in my head every single time. But maybe this year, one of my resolutions will be to diversify my introduction
I
a
don't,
little bit.
honestly, at some point I think I wanted it to, but sticking to it, whatever you got, it's a good feeling, and I appreciate that.
It's familiar to the audience and listeners. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this is our first episode of 2025. We're trying to start out the year nice and strong and get an episode out really quick. And this is a good opportunity for us to kind of catch up because we've, chat here and there through text and stuff, but haven't had a good chance to like sit down and just talk about where things have been for the last, the last month or so. So I'm glad that we were finally able to sit down and do this.
Oh, me too. I think it's it's funny now that I'm, back in the Madison area. I think that I've been too busy, like not in a bad way, too busy, but like I'm booked on Thursdays. I work until 3:30, and then I immediately go into the gym, and then by the gym I'm home, and then I have ABC meetings, and I have mentorship meetings, and then I have other volunteering opportunities and stuff like that. And it's good. I love being busy again, but man, the time does fly.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be really like disciplined with your time because I feel the same way. Like, I mean, with how like my job works, like my schedule is like very flexible. Like like the school hours obviously stay the same, but a lot of times I have like random meetings and stuff that I have to do after school that then change like how I have to do everything. So it just kind of like shifts how and when I can actually do stuff, which is never fun. But I've been trying to stay disciplined to my after school routines now. So
do you have any like before school routines? Like, do you go to the gym before or after?
No. My before school routine is literally just like wake up, eat breakfast, shower, go to work. Cause like I typically have to be at school about like 7:30, 7:40 ish, and I live like 20 minutes away, so it's not like too bad. But I like to have that time. I kind of wish that I could get up, like make myself get up earlier and like go to the gym, but nah, that's just too rough. I need to sleep.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, like I did it. I think last year, and I kind of fell off my resolutions last year too because I think I was doing this. Like I was getting up at like 5 a.m., go to the gym, and it was rough. I think I did like 2 weeks solid, and I was like, nah, this like is not worth it. But at the same time, I was also like living at an apartment that was like farther away from where, like I needed to be, so that probably didn't help either. Like I was driving a lot farther.
What kind of gym do you go to? Do you go to like a corporate one? Do you go to a local one?
So like with my apartment complex I live in now, they have a gym, a recreation
Okay.
center. I will say that it is not the greatest. Like it's pretty bare bones. And it's like pretty small. Like you really can't have that many people in there at a time. Like maybe like one or two people. But I've honestly kind of enjoyed it. Like they have a good set of dumbbells, so I've just been doing like full like dumbbell workouts. Like I had created a whole like weekly routine, like full body, full workouts with just dumbbells. I've been sticking to that so far in the new year. So yeah, that's
Okay.
it's not bad. Like I said, it could be like 1,000 times better, but like at this moment in time, I'm like, there's no point in me paying for like a gym membership or something when it's not necessarily close to where I'm at too. I'm in the middle of nowhere, Illinois.
Yeah, no, like it is exactly, free, it's convenient, work with what you got, that's perfectly fine. And I think use what you got. Like there's definitely nothing wrong with that.
I think and I think too, like, because I'm just like getting started with working out, and so again, it's like I don't see a point in like spending a bunch of money to go to like a nicer gym when I can like do what I need to do to like get into my workouts, and then
Hmm.
as my workouts evolve and like my time spent in the gym starts to evolve, I'm sure at some point I will start to um, make more of an effort to go back towards like a traditional like gym and kind of do workouts, because I do miss like using a bar and doing like actual like squats and stuff rather than
Yeah.
just with the dumbbells. But again, too, it's not necessarily a bad thing because I'm still doing the workout. So as long as I commit myself to that, that's the big part.
You a pre-workout kind of guy?
No, I don't really feel the effects of it that much. My pre workout is I drink some water and have like a small snack.
I need it. Like it's the funniest thing. I need that caffeine, or I'm gonna lose focus and not like at all work out. Like I don't. I've been going without it this week because I mean, luckily I have someone to go to the gym with me.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely though, it's a little rough sometimes without it, especially if I'm by myself because I will absolutely lose focus.
I think like because like earlier times when I've tried to work out, I've like tried to use pre workout and stuff. I don't know if like the effect of the caffeine like ever hits me. Like I don't know if I'm actually like feeling it. I can only think of a couple of times where like I've really felt it. So maybe my dosages were like just not big enough. I just needed more scoops in
Hmm.
the of the pre
Yeah,
workout. But
God, don't do more than one scoop. You rip your heart, I guess.
well,
But
that's what
like,
I'm saying. Like I feel like I was like doing what I thought was supposed to be a good amount. If I'm not feeling that, I'm like,
well, there's like a
I
two
don't
different
want to
track.
risk
There's like
anything more.
Yeah, there's like a double track. So there's low stim and high stim. I go for the high stim because it really like I start my workout with cardio, so that really keeps me going through the entire cardio. And then I just if like my workout feels like a cool down.
Mm.
I just suck at cardio. Like I hate running.
Oh,
I'll rotate through so I don't have to run every day because I
mm.
absolutely despise running. So, but it gets me through like my 20-30 minutes of cardio of like Stairmaster or biking or something like that. Except I hate biking. Um, the bikes at the gym are absolutely awful, and I feel like I can't walk.
Did you say you do cardio every single day?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
I
what
start with
I.
cardio.
I usually do like a warm up as well. It's usually because like somebody is like using the equipment before me, and like I said, since it's a small gym, it's like okay, well I'll just like go like do a quick walk or something like something short to kind of heat me up as well
Hmm.
before I do stuff. But yeah, I don't like cardio either. It's not fun. I'm not good at like controlling my breathing. I'm a mouth breather. Um,
It's so funny. It's like I'm not even in it for the long haul. I'm just like dying as I'm going through. Like, okay, let's just okay, but like I can work with it. It's fine.
hmm
But
Bro, you
pre
know what's
workout.
interesting actually? Like, so I don't know if you. Well, actually, I think you do know this, but like last year, I started like sleep therapy. Did I tell you about all this stuff?
Hmm.
Yeah, so like I started sleep therapy, and like for those of you that don't know, it's because like I have sleep apnea. But as I was like going through this stuff, like I thought a lot of I think like when you think of like sleep apnea and stuff, um like the idea is usually that like oh like you're like slightly heavier or something, and it's like causing a lot of those issues. um but I found out like while going through to like my sleep therapy and like my sleep appointments and like talking with my doctors about it, that apparently like even like like literally anybody can get sleep apnea. Like you don't necessarily need to be like overweight or anything to get it. Like you can just be like you could be skinny, you could be underweight, like completely fit where you're supposed to be. But when I was going, like they talked to me about how for whatever reason like the shape of my like lungs and like throat is like messed up, and that's why like I have to breathe like through my mouth. Like everything like my nose set up to my throat is like all sorts of messed up, and it's like not normal. And then that's what is causing my sleep apnea. And I was like, oh, that's super interesting. I wish I had known that like years before.
How'd you figure that out? Was it just like going through the sleep testing, or did you like find out like
Well,
through your watch?
so I went for like a normal like physical with my doctor, and they noticed that like my your like palate like in my mouth was like really low, and they're like, do you have problems like sleeping or like snoring and stuff? And I was like, and now that you mention it, I do have issues with that. So then they like sent me to do an appointment. And I think it's kind of different for everybody. Like either you like go to like an actual place and you like stay the night there with like you're hooked up to all these machines and stuff, and they'll like do your initial sleep study. Mine was like at home, so like I got to take the equipment home with me, and then I just like slept that night and recorded everything, and then I turned it in like the next day, and they just took all the data, whatnot, figured out what they had. But yeah, so then I went like I did that. They obviously could tell from my thing that like, oh, you like are like basically dying when you're falling asleep. Like your throat is like closing off and you're just like gasping for air, whatever. And then they set me up with like my CPAP and like all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was just like crazy to me. I was like, when they were talking about that, I was like, oh yeah, your nose and your throat and like all this stuff is so messed up and it's causing those issues. And it's like, and they were talking about how like that stuff is probably leading to issues with like, running and like doing this kind of stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I never even thought about that. Like, that's probably why I also hate doing cardio, because when I'm trying to run and stuff, all this stuff is already messed up. So it's making it even harder on myself to try to do that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's good to know. 2025, get on top of your health. Obviously I did this, last year, but it's good to get checked up on things that,
it's that new year feeling. It's always good to start like thinking about your health in the new year. Like I've definitely had like a change, unfortunately. So I recently got food poisoning, and like it's been my big thing of talking about, but I hate changing my diet. But I'm having to change my diet to like let my stomach get back to normal, because it's obviously taking longer because I don't eat correctly. Like I'm at the point of where it's just indigestion. And that's like the entire thing that's left, which no other symptoms whatsoever, but I'm just dealing with so much indigestion because like I don't follow a base bones bear diet. What is it? A brat diet is what they want you to follow, where it's just bread, rice, apples, and toast. Or it's bananas, apples, rice, and toast is what they want. Oh. It's called a brat diet or a brat diet. I don't know how. Depends what state you're in, I guess.
That doesn't sound like a great diet. I don't know if I would be able to do that.
So the point of it is it's easily digestible food, and it's bland. It really, there's other things obviously to help with that, like mint tea and ginger and stuff like that, to really help your digestive system really kick it back into gear. But like, it's a lot of changes and a lot of bland foods, and I hate bland food. So like, I struggle with it because of I love flavor, I love spice, I love butter and fat, because who doesn't?
Wait, so is this the diet you're actually doing right now?
Yes and no. Like I'm adding more. Like I'm still doing like cooked vegetables and stuff, but like
so you're like
it's flavor.
You're doing like an expanded version of it.
Expanded, yeah. We will call it an expanded version. will not call me lazy.
No. I mean, I give credit to anybody that can do a diet. I just, it's definitely rough. Like, I think there's ways that you can like tailor the food that you're already eating to make it like healthier for you. Like that's the route that I'm more subscribed to. But again, kudos to people that can stick to it and like go through with it fully. Like that's tough. That takes a strong determination, a strong will.
No, definitely. It's not something that I enjoy, because obviously I also enjoy beer. I enjoy going out and trying new beers, and I have to cut out that, which is fine. It works for me. It's just it's just a lot that I can't do at night now. I can't do caffeine. I can't do pre-workout.
I've been cutting caffeine out of my diet as well this year. It's not as prominent. I still do it. Like I'll probably have like maybe one drink a week or something, but really starting to cut out on it, which has been different.
I want to eat like I'm 15 again. You can't force me out of this.
If only.
Yeah, I know.
How are your holidays and stuff? I mean, obviously we're talking about the new year, but
they were good.
Stuff for Christmas and whatnot.
A lot of traveling. I put quite a few hundred miles in my car. It was good though. And so Christmas, I did a lot of traveling for that. And then my parents also their Christmas later on. So between friends and then between like then we did one Christmas with our neighbors. It was kind of like Friendsgiving ish. We did a little bit of something there where we did our white elephant gift,
Fun.
and then
Fun.
we did for New Year's we hung out with the neighbors again, and that was a lot of fun because we did a soup party. Like it was something completely bring your own soup.
I saw a
Entirely.
TikTok of this.
Yeah, see, it was so unconventional. And we were like, you know what? Let's do something else. Because like, it's not that we didn't want to get like drunk and have fun and be rowdy or whatever, but like it was just it was definitely something we just wanted to try something different. Do a little like we stayed up till midnight. We were playing Jackbox games, and then we ended up just watching like TV until like midnight hit.
Mm-hmm. I subscribe to that. That sounds like a fun time. That'd be my ideal New Year's night.
Right? Because like I don't know, like drinking and doing everything is fine and all, like, but I don't know. I feel like I've done that like every year, and since I turned 21, and I'm like, okay, well, this is I'm 25 now. Let me.
Yeah, I get that. I get it.
Definitely though, I think it was worth though to note that so we ended up getting drink carriers as well.
Okay.
And then put like soup in cups. Note though, yeah. So like, just cause there's so many soups. Like, we had like 5 soups, for us, like as a small party of people. Like, it was a lot of soups. So, and I filled mine full, which was probably a really bad idea. Because
what kind of soups did people make?
There's broccoli and cheddar. There
classic.
was chicken wild rice.
Okay.
There was like that zuppa toscana from Olive Garden.
No, I can't say I go to Olive Garden that much.
So there is that one, but they ended up putting cauliflower rather than potatoes. So it was exactly that, but switched. And then there was vegetable soup, which became more of a stew. It was really thick. It was good. I don't mind it. I thought it was good. And then there was Italian soup,
like a minestrone.
Yeah, I don't know. It was something with tortellini. It was like sausage and tortellini.
Oh.
Maybe I just offended a whole bunch of Italians, so I wholeheartedly apologize. I was just told it's called Italian sausage. I don't know.
Let me fact check this one. Italian soup. I mean, this is just a list of Italian soups.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what? We'll just go and take your word for it. I see hearty Italian sausage soup. That kind of sounds like what you described.
It was probably just. I think this is Italian sausage tortellini soup. I'm like 99% sure that's what it was.
Okay. Well, it seems like you got the pass there. Maybe the Italians.
Yeah. It was good though. Like all this, I think. Did I hit 5?
I think so. You had
I feel like I was missing one.
Yeah, I think you listed 5 there.
Okay. So that was the 5 that we did, and it was a really good New Year's night in the sense of I love doing unconventional things. That's just what gives me joy, is doing something stupid like that. And so I think that was probably one of the most fun New Year's I've had in a while.
Yeah, sounds like a good time. Like I said, I would definitely like eat a bunch of soup on New Year's Eve.
So full.
Yeah, cool. Glad to hear that your holidays were a good time, and you got to spend it with friends and family. That's the best part.
Oh yeah. How about yours though?
Mine was good. It was also a lot of driving. This was the first holidays that my girlfriend and I were like spending together, so we did like the split family stuff. So like we were with my family for Thanksgiving, so we went with her family for Christmas. So we were actually in Des Moines for like Christmas Eve and night, and then we came back to the Quad Cities for Christmas Day and spent it with like just the 2 of us, and then we went to my parents the next day to visit with them and my sister and my nephew, and and then we went to her other parents on Saturday. So like I said, lots of driving over like 3-4 day period, but it was a lot of fun to just experience different like Christmas traditions and spend it with so many different people. And then New Year's we actually went out to an arcade bar for the night, which was a lot of fun. It was us and then a set of her friends that lives in the Quad City area. And so to be honest, it was not as like, it was in Moline, um, and I kind of expected like the bars to be more packed, but like we showed up at like 8 o'clock, got street parking like right outside the bar, and then the actual like inside of the bar was like not too packed. Like there was, I would say like a good like size crowd, maybe like 30 people, but really not as bad as I thought. So that was it was a lot of fun. Like I said, it was an arcade bar, so we are just playing games. All of my boys in my family tree, the pinball boys, they have like 20 pinball machines, so I was just bouncing back and forth playing like pinball. Playing Pac-Man, Skee Ball, Monopoly, or not Monopoly, Mario Kart.
Go to arcade bar.
Frogger. I was killing it at Frogger. I almost set one of the records on the machine.
So is this Frogger, or is this like the new version of Frogger?
No, it's like old school Frogger.
Okay.
Like really old school Frogger. I was killing it.
Sometimes you just get it in the groove though. It's so good.
Oh, I was yeah, I was in the zone. Once I got through the first like 5 levels, I was just like pounding, and then obviously I choked and didn't make it onto the leaderboard, but whatever. So Frogger was going good. What else did I play? Centipede. That was a good time. So yeah, it was a good time, and then my school was out until this past Monday. That's when we went back. So I had like a couple of days after New Year's to also kind of recover and relax a bit. So yeah, I'd say it was overall a really good holiday period.
That's good though. It's really nice though. I mean, to have all that though, all that time is just so nice to relax. I had the week of Christmas off as well, and that was just nice to like breathe. I don't take time off normally. Like I'm really bad about I'll take 1 or 2 days off, but like generally it's I don't know, it's not much. And so like having a full week off just felt weird.
Oh yeah, I mean I can imagine. I hate companies that like don't give that time off at the holidays. Like it's insane, especially with like where the holidays fell this year, because like Christmas was on a Wednesday.
Was it? Yeah, then Christmas Eve was on a Tuesday, then Christmas on a Wednesday, yeah.
And then New Year's fell on a Tuesday as well, right?
Wednesday, yeah.
It's just like bro, just give people the time off. Like I would say like it was perfect timing for me because I was getting so burnt out at work like the week before. Like I was just, I mean, for like what I do at school too, like it's a very busy time like right before the holidays because we're trying to get a bunch of stuff done before the kids leave. And so like my 2 or 3 weeks, like just pretty much the month of December was just like constant meetings, constantly like doing stuff, getting stuff set up in place, and like kids are getting to that point where they're fed up with school too, so they're getting like crazy, and it's just like, oh god, like just give me the break please. Like I need time to process what is going on and recover. And I'll say that it definitely helps because I've come into this week strong, which has been
good.
Awesome.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And you were talking about you got some meetings set up already, ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, I had 2 today, and which I mean, coming back, I think one of them was planned and one of them like came up kind of out of nowhere. But 2 meetings today. Been working with a lot of students already, so into the year strong, nice and strong. Yeah, so I can't complain. Stuff's going pretty good right now. I know at the beginning of the pod we were kind of talking about like going to the gym and like all that stuff. Do you have other like New Year's resolutions they've kind of been working towards so far this year? Ones that you have in the works.
There's a lot. Like I plan out my goals in a ridiculous amount. It's and try to check them off like one by one because there's a lot of things I want to do in a year to really better myself.
Do you have like a broad goal and then you like break them down into like objectives?
It's kind of more just like different categories.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So like, there's a lot to talk about, but to break it down, like my 3 that I have, like my biggest eyes. So like, I want to have like a good number put into my savings this year. It's like my number 1. Like I really want to build that up. Number 2, I think I really want to just be by myself this year. Like in that sense of like relationships and stuff like that. Like I think I just want to take time and like really focus on growth, like self-growth.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Cool.
And then like lastly, I think I really want to get back into book reading. whether that's through audiobooks or not, but like it's the root cause of that is my focus. It's I like definitely like social media and everything has like wrecked my focus.
You got the brain rot.
It's no, I don't know, like I'll sit there for 10 minutes and then my mind will go somewhere else. Like already, as an adult, regardless of dealing with, like ADHD and everything like that, like it's just you get sucked in and you're just, doom scrolling for hours, and like I can't, like it's even like there was a point during my break of like when I had like that week off where I was just like I couldn't even finish a TV show without going back to something else, and then I went back to the show. Like
I mean,
I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. You finish.
I was gonna say, like, I just, like, I want to, like, books is like my number one way, like, to really like reset my focusing. It's just, being able to like, okay, now I'm gonna finish a chapter, or I can finish 2 chapters in a day. Like, that's for me, that works.
I'll tell you what, I'm the same way with like books and reading. Like, I think when I was a kid, I used to read like a ton of books. Like, I was one of those kids that like would constantly going down to the library and like reading through books, flying through them. I'd take the little quizzes on the computer and like get my points for whatever. And I don't know well, actually I do know what happened, but like as I transitioned to like college and then like grad school, I was just doing like so much textbook reading and stuff that it just killed my like love of books. Like I just was like, I cannot read anymore. Like I'm sitting here reading like, 30, 40 page I'm just messaging our chat. Those were AR quizzes with the book reading. I was an AR fiend. I had so
okay, not many schools had that. I had to ask, so I wanted to ask like in like a private thing. I was like, hey, just not the sidetrack, because I don't want to distract from your conversation. But
no
AR quizzes. Nobody else has AR quizzes but my school, and like I was like, quizzes. No one else took quizzes for the book, so we did.
I don't think it's a thing anymore. I think my district, like a lot of places like switched over to like online reading programs, so, like all the books on the computers and stuff, which like I don't know, these iPad kids, like it's probably better for them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not in school. I don't know how that can work out,
Yeah, but I actually think like some of our students do, like they had AR goals this year, so I think that actually like maybe it's making a comeback, like maybe it's been revised a little bit. So I don't know, but yeah, like basically like college and like just having to do so much reading and of stuff like just killed my book drive, which is like hilarious because I continued to like buy books. Like I just kept buying stuff that looked interesting, and then just I'm like, I'm never gonna touch this, like read it. So one of my goals, like my girlfriend reads quite a lot, and so and one of my coworkers, like that the social worker at the school I'm at, like he loves reading. He's always telling me about the books he's reading, so he's been pushing me as well to read, as as well as my girlfriend. So I also now have a book reading goal for this year. Will it be met? I'm not sure, but we're attempting it at least. So we'll see where it goes.
You'll have to, hey, have your girlfriend pass them on to me. I absolutely would love to start, like, I need more book friends.
Yeah, we'll bro, we could just like start a little like reading group. Maybe we do a book club on the
podcast. Dude, a podcast book club, that'd be so much fun.
That'd be a good way to hold each other accountable. Just, I read like up to this. I don't know how many people would be actually interested in that, or if they'd like to join our book club.
You know what? We just do a Zoom book club. I would actually that'd be kind of fun, actually. I think it'd be silly.
I might be kind of down for that, actually.
We'll text after this, actually.
We can find some people that might be interested in doing a book club online.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's one of them. I think I downloaded Goodreads and like started logging all my books into it. So they do like they keep track of your books that you read, and like you can set like a goal at the beginning of the year. So my goal right now I think is like 20 books. I was like, I think that's pretty ambitious. I don't think it's gonna happen, but again, you never know. We'll see where I get to by the end of the year. I do think it helps that now that I've been out of school for a little bit, I can be like, okay, like I'm some of that passion may come back for reading, but I just gotta find it.
Like I have my time down. I know what my schedule looks like. Like I know when I'm gonna have time.
Yeah, and I can read for fun. Like I'm not just like reading to like get content for stuff, Like, well, I mean, I guess that's not true. I still do that for work, for like research purposes, but like not as much outside of work. I just need to find like some good entry books. Like I have a couple on my bookshelf that I want to read, but we'll see what like kind of floats my boat as we
Yeah.
get going.
Like I love virtual books, but I need the physicality to keep me going. Like especially like it's the same way with my job. Like I can't read a manual well unless I'm like I can't grammatically do it unless I'm like looking at it physically.
Yeah, like see it, have it in your hands, you feel it, you're looking through it. I'm kind of the same way. I don't think I'd want to own any digital books or listen to audio.
It'd be cool. It'd be nice because I love having a digital aspect because like I don't like having like a lot of physical stuff. It sucks to have that, but like the digital space is I don't know, like it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. No, I agree. So yeah, I mean that's one of my bigger ones. I think I have another one for working on the health, going to the gym more consistently, which has been going strong so far. I've actually like this is the first time in a while I've been like excited to go to the gym. Like I've been like oh I can't wait to get done with work and go to the gym, and then I go and get my workout in and I feel so great. So that's been going strong, and hopefully that'll stay that way. And then my third one is like just like I'm trying to declutter. I feel like I'm a bit of a hoarder. A bit, not I could be worse. But
so I definitely don't think you own a box of diapers, but the box behind you. Well, the box directly behind you is a child diaper.
Those are all filled with books. That's towards my reading stuff. I promise.
You don't have a bookshelf?
No, I do, but I haven't gotten them out and put onto a bookshelf yet. But I promise they're filled with books. Now that my sister and I have like moved on my parents' house, they've started like yo, get your crap out of my house. And so I'm like, okay. So I've just been taking stuff. And so I went through all the books out of my bookshelves and was like, okay, these are the books I want. You can get rid of the rest of them or donate them to the library or whatnot. And so those are like the boxes of books that I have brought. You want proof? I'll go over there and pull some books.
No, I can see some sticking out. Okay, I'll take your word on this.
But yeah, like just decluttering stuff. Like I've been starting to realize that like I hang on to a lot of stuff I don't necessarily need or want. To be honest, I just like have them. So now it's just been like, okay, like we're gonna get rid of a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it's going. It's all going. So yeah, we're getting there. How about I know like steering the discussion kind of in a different direction since we haven't really talked about a lot of like SIG-UP related stuff yet, but obviously we're both like heavily involved with our AVCs for our respective chapters we've been working with. How have stuff been kind of looking over there going into the new year? Like you guys have a good roadmap, game plan? Like you have some good stuff you guys are looking forward to this year?
Oh, definitely. So like we just had our ABC meeting before our call.
This is for Wisconsin Beta, by the way. I thought I should point that out.
Yeah, my apologies. So we have so two things. So we currently have a dashboard for the 24-25 year. Mm-hmm. And that's, the core's areas of operations are like roughly around mentoring. They're around the maintaining the corporate health, like managing assets and risk management kind of deal. And then cultivate AVC, and then facility management. So, kind of breaking that down a bit more, like the mentoring the undergraduates is with, the chapter counselor, balanced man stored, just like doing some things. So, like for me, I'd be like educate the chapter on like their bylaws and like what they're signing, like help them understand like this is what it means to sign, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. As well as like risk management training, and just recruit full mentorship board and establish regular meetings with them. So like down, jumping into the corporate health stuff, like I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but it just kind of like, that's like generally what our roadmap is. But like, fundraise, certain amount of donations, establish your ABC budget process, create bylaws and stuff like that we've, done and have been doing, make, in the more with the ABC stuff, just kind of update, social medias, get established how you guys are established. And then for the facility management, getting ready to get them in the house by 26-27 year. That's because that house is currently used by another fraternity.
I think I knew that. But is it still owned by you guys, like owned and operated by?
We still own it, correct?
Oh, okay, gotcha. I think I knew that too. Actually, now that I think about it.
And so that's kind of a roadmap. There's also a few other things that really like help us out. Like there's the undergraduate, they have their master plan, which is like their roadmap to their charter. There's like, what is it, 17 requirements they need for just able to get that. But like also like, so these are just two different Excel sheets that really kind of work out like within their, like they have on like in that undergraduate one, they have like stuff for their committees, exec meeting attendance, their dues and stuff like that. It's like it's a good overall like back panel to beyond what the SIGEP websites use for the undergraduates.
Yeah. What is your guys' manpower right now? Like you guys are pretty high. I know I'm putting you on the spot with all these questions.
Give me a few clicks here. This says 33 members
for first semester back on.
First 33 members and once in the first semester on board and without even really an exec board.
Yeah.
And the Nationals guys have been wonderful. I can't express my gratitude enough for like how well they've been doing. Like they are just hungry guys with Hagen and Michael, and they're on doing their own thing. I hope they're doing well, but they have like put their heart and soul into this and really doing well. And then now what we've done also as a chapter is hired a chapter success specialist, which is for the semester. He'll be there and he'll be basically just helping the chapter kind of like get cultivated, get set up, ready to go. So you can get more, like you can continue a chapter success specialist for however long you want. That really depends on where, we don't know that yet. Maybe it was
like where you guys are sitting right now. What are some of the sorry to kind of go off again, but like what are some of the things that you guys need to meet to like get rechartered? Like I obviously know like a few things here or there, but like for people that don't know how like starting a chapter basically works or restarting a chapter, like what are some of the things that you kind of have to start doing to get notice from, you know, nationals that like, hey, this is like becoming prominent again on campus?
Thank God you had me bring it up. So
I know one of them is I know one of them is a manpower thing, like being able to maintain a certain manpower, and I'm sure it changes depending on, you know, university sizing or student ratio, like that kind of stuff.
So there's a few things. So there is 17 things in a list, and I can kind of run through it here. First and foremost, briefly, they need to have a good manpower. So like what the actual text says is like in the top quartile amongst fraternities on campus. So roughly around like you're challenging other fraternities for manpower. Like
that makes sense.
Madison campus, it would probably be like 125, you know, maybe 100. I don't actually know the right number, but it's whatever, like a good chunk for your campus. Number 2 is set and define a plan to reach mutually good agreed upon manpower. So like basically like just goals. Plan. Yeah. Number 3 is the Balanced Man Scholarship. 4 is
already got, right?
Yep. We're set in stone, easy, ready to go. Because we had our first Balanced Man Scholarship at the Fluno Center. And Jared Fluno, the person the building is named after, is also a SIGEP who graduated from UW Stout SIGEP when it was a thing in the 50s. In the 50s. It is not a thing anymore. Jared Fluno was a wonderful man. So then after that, to achieve a cumulative chapter GPA above the all-campus average for at least 2 semesters prior to chartering. Display sound financial operations and have $500 in the SIGEP Educational Foundation, $500 in AUC savings, and $1,000 saved for the chartering fee, and adequate savings for a banquet. So as long as you don't have, $20 in the wallet, you should be good for that one.
Well, I got you.
And then number 7 is implement a continuous development program in accordance with the BMP that incorporates the balanced man ideal of sound mind and sound body into chapter programming. The BMP has changed. The BMP is something of back in my day, it was harder, but it's the funniest way to say it. But they got a good handle on it. I'm not razzing on the chapter. I'm razzing, I think, on the change of it, because it feels so like
I've
it's
heard.
just simple, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm used to the
I,
complexity, and so it feels like it feels like I got gutted.
yeah. I mean, I would share that the feedback was shared with us when we went. Like, I went down to our exec, like undergrad exec transition for data, and that sentiment was also shared. And it sounds like, because we were helping pilot it like through nationals, and I know that some of the like that feedback was shared over to nationals as well, so like they kind of understand like, oh, this kind of a lot of the changes like maybe were a little too drastic than what they were thinking that it would be. So I don't think you guys are the only ones that share that sentiment. Like it definitely seems like it maybe wasn't the direction that everyone was kind of hoping it would be. So
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully we'll
But
keep improving.
I know, and it's an ever going process, and I'm never gonna like hate it, because I think the idea of what it stands for is really phenomenal,
Mm-hmm.
and like
Mm-hmm.
it's really really good for what it believes in, and so like I can never be mad at it. Okay, so like jumping through, so we don't have to keep circling back to like my resounding feelings for it. So number 8 is purchase virtual equipment. They have to make sense. Number 9, you have to have an active chapter counselor appointed by the district governor, which we have.
Mm-hmm.
Have a fully populated, trained, and functioning AVC to support the chapter, which I believe we have.
Or are there? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. AVC is chartered by the state in a form approved by headquarters,
So
which
like as a
is completed
nonprofit.
for us. I don't know what they mean by chartered by the state. That's
I
a bit
think that
beyond
would
my
mean
pay
like
grade.
your nonprofit status and like
Okay.
organization, which I'm sure that you guys are already.
Yeah. Have at least one non-fraternity member in the AVC, which we still need. So if anyone is listening and wants to be a part of the Madison AVC, you're more than welcome to sign up. Complete a strategic plan that addresses all areas of chapter operations and includes components of the SLC. So have an SLC.
Mm-hmm.
Send 5 officers to CLA and 2 representatives to Conclave.
Hey, you know what? That's this year.
That's this year.
That's achievable.
90% of chapter members are trained through an approved alcohol education program.
Mm-hmm.
Operate for a minimum of 1.5 years after the expansion team leaves the site, which is the longest one. They just left.
Just left. Okay, so you guys.
So it would be 3 semesters after this. They could technically get it. And then submit a petition to headquarters at least 90 days before the first proposed chartering date.
Hey, you know what? It sounds like you guys are on a pretty good track already. I mean, out of 17 things, there's probably what, like 5, 6, 7 there that you guys are already on track for?
Let's see. So we completed 15, 9, 10, 11, 6, 7, 2, and 3.
Oh, you went so fast there. Say those again.
Sorry. So we have number 2, which is manpower goals. Number 3, which is balanced man scholarship. Number 6, which is I have my other finger here.
I'm keeping track of for you.
Yeah. Sorry. So number 6 is the savings, the money.
Uh-huh.
Number 7 is BMP.
Uh-huh.
Number 9 is active chapter counselor. Number 10 is AVC. Number 11 is chartered by the state as a nonprofit, we're pretty sure. And then 15 is alcohol education program.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are at 8 right now. Like that's. I mean, you're halfway.
Yeah, yeah. So like,
with
the other ones, I mean, there's still some in progress. Like number 5, they can't really do yet because they still need access to grades. Like grades haven't come out at the time when they updated this, and now they're on break, so like they can't really do much about that right now.
And I'm sure
that's going to take. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, it's probably gonna be the grades too, like closer to when you guys actually submit a request for recharter. So like,
yeah,
you guys
and like
got
that's
time
so
to build that up.
Exactly. And number 8, we're working on it. I think we approved it for the ABC helping out. Number 12, we're looking for an ABC member. And obviously we can't do number 17 yet, so
Yeah. I mean, there you go. That's commendable. Like you guys are making a lot of growth, and I mean, basically being back
They're doing good. They're hungry
one
for it. They're
semester in
really
the
good.
summer, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. Glad to hear. I think I mean I talked about it in the last podcast too with BK. Like, it's nice to have another chapter that's really close to the undergrads currently that they can work with and bounce ideas back and forth. Like everyone's, um, every chapter like operates to an extent at the same level, but everybody has different ideas, and so to be able to have guys that are that close that can help get those ideas back and forth, and people like us that communicate back and forth about how our chapters are going, like it helps us kind of get that information around. So yeah, I mean it's fantastic that you guys are doing so well. I'm just very excited for it.
Oh yeah, me too. Like these guys are doing so great. I can't thank them enough for their efforts.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's awesome what you guys are doing over there. So um, Theta's going good right now. It's the start of the new year. The new e-board just came in. Like I said, we had a sit down like transition meeting with all of them that I was able to go to, and they have it's like a very interesting like e-board setup because it's like a group of like four of them that are a bit older and have more experience, and then like I hold like another set of five I think or whatever like that are all really young like freshmen. So you have this, you have like the old balls like dynamic, and then the young guys are coming up with new ideas, and hearing like the goals and stuff that they were proposing and like the stuff that they were getting together at the transition. It sounds like it's going to be another big year for us. So um just like I don't know how much I can talk about like a bunch of things, but I do know like because of all the stuff that's going on with like 25-year banquet and stuff this year, which I'm sure we'll have a little talk about here too. They're doing a like spring, like a different type of banquet than our normal spring banquets, since we're having a big nice one in the spring in the fall. So like more details will be coming out on that soon. Again, I don't know how much I can talk about it, but like it's going to be a cool like kind of retreat essentially for alumni and undergrads to kind of be involved with, in a way to meet a bunch of new guys since they've just gotten a bunch of new people. Um, so I know one of the things that's been talked about is like figuring out how we can do apparel better and like get it out to people. So there's talks about trying to figure out how we can get like a website, like a shop set up on our website, and like have people direct to that, and so people can get cool like Wisconsin Theta swag whenever they want. So that's something that's also in the works. So lots of cool like things that we're kind of working on. I mean, a lot of our efforts are honestly going towards 25-year banquet, like I've already alluded to before. That's gonna be a huge thing. I don't. Did the save the dates go out? Do people know the dates that's happening?
I got the card in the mail, so that's the start of the
Yeah.
save the dates. So.
Oh, okay. So like the dates are out there for people to see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So obviously that's happening in the fall, and being that I'm involved with our ABC and on the board, like I have the background details about what's going on, but I think it's gonna blow people away, like what the plans are right now. It's lots of cool things, lots of people that are going to be there that might be a little unexpected. Um, the committee, I know Sean McGrath, our editor, if he listens to this part, I'm giving him this praise because he leads that committee. So he's been doing really good work, organizing the people and getting everything together, and working with, to get it all together to be like an awesome event. So if you aren't planning on going, you should definitely reconsider. We have a whole year to build up to it. It's going to be worth it. You're not going to want to miss it. So 25 years is going to be awesome. And then we have Conclave this year, which, I mean, for us, this is our third year that we're on the like brink of maybe getting another Buck Cup. I know the last couple of years have been really strong, and so there's very high hopes that we'll do the three-peats. But with those, we say it every year when we win a book cup. It's harder to get the next one after that because you just have to do so much more. So I know our like review committee has been working hard getting all the information together to apply for it and get all the stuff there. But yeah, that's going to be an exciting event. I think it's in Tampa this year in Florida. So could be a fun
Can't
time.
believe they chose Tampa, Florida in August.
I think it's in July.
July or August. Either way, it's summer. And you're choosing Tampa in the summer.
Yeah, it's going to be hot and probably humid. July 23rd through 27th, Tampa, Florida.
It's terrible. Why? Why?
I like the logo for it. They just released recently.
Oh, it's great. It's just I'm not a summer guy. Not warm. I like the warmth. You choose like somewhere mild. Like Colorado, like New York City.
That's like Colorado.
Oregon,
New York would
Seattle.
be awesome. I don't know what the logistics of that would be, but that'd be sick.
Chicago, please.
I mean, again, why not? It's right in the middle. But yeah, I think like stuff's going really well. They've got a lot of good ideas and a lot of new guys bringing some stuff. I mean, personally for us, like we've been getting involved in the social. I think I had a conversation with you about this. We're trying to up our social media game this year, so we've been like on top of our stuff, getting posts out for anybody that follows the Facebook page. We've been cranking out posts, so go like it and comment on them so that we can get engagement, please. So yeah, 2025 is looking like a great year, and we've had a great start here, getting to talk to each other again.
Absolutely. All right, so rounding this out, couple things, before we end it all, I want you to talk about some things you're excited for this year, more media wise. Like, it doesn't have to be totally, serious. We definitely talked some serious things, but media wise, like, what are some shows or just some movies, games you're looking forward to?
I'm glad you asked. I mean, when we were planning this podcast, we threw out this idea of doing like a media kind of stuff we're interested in again, because we don't usually talk about like our like video. Well, no, usually we kind of steer towards the SIG up stuff. So this is our fun one where we get to talk about all the fun stuff that we enjoy doing. So I did my research down, and I've got like a nice little list of stuff that's coming out here this year that I'm very excited for. So how do you want to do this? Like, you want to do like TV shows first, movies first, games first?
Let's go with TV shows first.
TV shows. Do you want me to go first? We can.
Yes,
I'll say something we can discuss. We can go back and forth. How's that sound?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So my first show on here, I have stepped away from like the superhero Marvel kind of shows for a little bit. I haven't watched like the last few like seasons of different things because I was so burnt out the genre. The movies were not holding me on. The shows were not holding me on. This year, Daredevil, Born Again, I believe is what it's called.
Did you say you stepped away from superhero?
Yes, I did just say that, and now I'm saying that the show has me back on board to watching a Marvel product. I really loved the Netflix like Daredevil show. I watched all 3 seasons, and now that Marvel has gotten the IP back, and from what I've heard and from what I've seen, it's going to be like the same gritty like type of show. The actors are pretty much the same. I think actually all of them are back from what I've seen. I'm excited to see like a darker, like grittier, like Marvel IP. Again, I think it comes out. I should have put all the dates up, or like I should have looked up the dates, but I think it comes out in like February or April, sometime here soon, like here in the spring. So I'm excited for it. I'm hoping it leads to like another Punisher show. I liked the Netflix Punisher show as well. It's very gory and dark. And it's a direction that like I'm excited to start seeing the Marvel universe go towards, because I feel like they haven't treaded on that for a little bit. So that's my first show of the year. What about you? What is the show?
Okay, so Shrinking. I love Shrinking. It's so good.
I've heard great things. That's on Apple TV, right?
Yes, it is. I love it. I love Jason Segel. He's, I think, by far one of my favorite actors. I don't know why,
Mm-hmm.
what gets me about him, but I think it's just that he finds everything funny, and he finds a
Mm-hmm.
way to bring humor into things like that are just so dumb and silly, and that's what gets me about it. Um, let's see. So Wednesday season 2, I'm excited for.
Okay. I
Um,
didn't watch the original show.
I think it was good. I think it was great. There is,
I need
gosh,
to pick it up.
what is it? Um, I know I'm scrolling because I'm like I have a list of things, but I'm also yeah, Percy Jackson
That's
season
okay.
2. That's what
Oh,
I'm thinking
I
about.
didn't know that was coming out this year too. That's a good one.
It is coming out. It is the first season was really good. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's
Mm-hmm.
way better than the movies by like
Well,
a mile.
that's not too hard.
Yeah. It's like I think, and then I'm catching up on shows. I'm still rewatching or watching through The Simpsons. It's gonna take forever, but I'm here
Oh
for it.
God, what season are you on?
9.
Okay,
And I mean, I've
it's
been doing
got a
this for
while.
I've been doing
You
this
got a
since
while.
June. Like it's been a long 6 months, but it's been so good. Because I started off watching all the Treehouse of Horror, and I was like, no, why don't I just watch all The
Why
Simpsons?
not just
Like,
watch The
there's so many
Simpsons?
good seasons. I took a break though. I took like a 2 month break, and now I'm back into it.
Uh,
And then in terms of like animated shows, there is gosh, there's Don to Don season 2,
I don't know what that is.
which comes out in July. There is Sakamoto Days, which is really good, which just started coming out. Um, and I think that's all. Like I'm. Oh yeah, I guess One Piece is coming back. They
Okay.
took a big old 6 months break.
Well, then they have to like catch up to the manga.
I mean, it's good. I mean, like it's good that they did because they were like starting to get too far ahead, and then they're like adding unnecessary filler, and like it just got
Oh,
like waste of
no,
time. I mean, I
no
read it
bueno.
anyway, so like I'm already caught up. Caught up. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, that's a good like little
Um,
list.
yeah, like that's what I'm excited for shows.
Yeah, I have a couple more. Andor season 2 comes out this year. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
God, man. Yeah, Rogue One is like one of my favorite Star Wars movies.
Mhm.
And so to Andor season 1, I think was pretty like renowned for again a Star Wars show. Like people really enjoyed that one with everything going on with like the. Or I think people are getting kind of burnt out of like some of the like the Mandalorian and like the Book of Boba Fett.
If they would have, I don't know. I feel like they should have put like I love the Mandalorian stuff. I think it was
Mhm.
great.
I mean,
I'm
again, I'm a Star Wars nerd, so like I enjoy all of it, but like I can get some of the sentiment where people are like, these are like the stories are kind of boring and they're not really building on anything, I guess.
yeah.
But Andor got a lot of praise, and so that season 2 starts here. I think also relatively soon. Like Disney's got a bunch of stuff coming out soon, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean they're not
Um,
slowing down anytime soon. Despite like, I'm hopeful they'll put more effort into it,
yeah,
especially now that they've like lost a lot of money.
yeah. That's fair. I mean, we'll see. And then I also have The Last of Us season 2 comes out in
Okay,
spring. So I played the games, and I'm a big fan. And obviously, the first season was very, very. I mean, I won a bunch of awards and stuff, so people really liked it. And so, season 2 is gonna be awesome. I think. Yeah, I don't know. People that haven't played the games are in for some good times there.
yeah,
What about movies?
okay,
There's some big movies coming up
yes,
this year.
okay. So first and foremost, hear me out. Minecraft. I think
Okay,
I know it's gonna be
you
terrible,
might be
but I
causing
think
some
it's
controversy here.
I think it's gonna be so terrible that it's good. Like I think that I'm just gonna have a ball and not take it seriously. Like I know I'm out of the age demographic. I know it's like terrible and it's like the CGI. The trailer. Like I knew it was probably gonna be dumb, but I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be funny. Like I'm just kind of excited for it. Wasn't 2025, but Sonic 3. I'm gonna keep raving about it. It was such a good movie. You have to see it. I saw it on New Year's Day. Like you just gotta go see it. Upcoming for this year though, the Fantastic Four movie. I'm pretty excited for. I think it'll be good. I'm hopeful. I'm just hopeful that Disney will not mess something up and like just put, here superheroes have a good day. Here's $20 million, and mess it up.
I mean, it can't be worse than the 4 movie.
I still haven't seen that, to be totally honest with you.
I mean, I haven't either. I just know it was garbage. That's why nobody watched it. Gosh. I didn't get any sequels.
But like, and also, so like, I'm hopeful for like, I don't think I'm gonna watch Captain America until it comes out on streaming. I don't think I'm gonna want to go to the theaters for that.
Mm. Yeah, it looks okay.
But other than
I would
that,
see the Sorry, I was gonna say, going off of Marvel movies, like I think Thunderbolts comes out this year too, and that one I might.
Thunderbolts comes out in like August.
That one looks interesting. The first trailer for it was a good time, and it's like
it looks pretty good.
I like the like anti-hero like team. Like that's a fun group.
Yeah, like I think it'll be good. I don't think I like the people who are on it, but like,
well,
I think I'm overall excited for it.
I think it'll be a good time. What else you got?
Okay, James Gunn Superman.
I'm glad you brought this up. This was the first movie on my list. I watched that trailer and I was blown away. Again, the superhero movies like genre is kind of fading for me. I haven't enjoyed like the previous like DC universe movies. Besides like when I meme like Batman versus Superman. But for the first movie of like the Gunn for DC universe that they're calling it, this trailer looked awesome. They are bringing in some awesome cameos for like heroes, like growing up watching like the Justice League like TV shows and stuff. Like there's some staple names that are gonna be in this. Nathan Fillion, my boy, finally got his DC role that he's been trying to get, like a nice superhero role. So he looks like I know everyone was
great.
Everyone was memeing on the haircut, but I think it fits perfectly for Guy Gardner. So
it's fine. Like, it is Guy Gardner's haircut. I don't know what you want from that.
And then it's got crypto. Great. You can't go wrong with crypto.
I think it was weird though that they didn't make crypto, like they made crypto a shaggier dog than a lab.
That it kind of stirs away a bit, but
like
I'm not gonna judge it. Yeah. I think I don't understand. There was a lot of criticism about the trailer because of how bright and colorful it was, and I was like, I love it. That's all of James Gunn's movies in the Marvel.
No, he does a really good job of it. Like, I think that I trust James Gunn because he does care.
Yeah, I just think, again, like, I think it, like, I don't know what people were really expecting when you look at, like, any of the Guardians movies and stuff. Like, they were all very bright, colorful, like, well-storied movies. Like, I don't know. Like, he's staying very accurate to the comics, which is kind of what people have wanted for the DC universe. So, yeah, it looks good. I'm very excited for it. I think that comes out in like June or July.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, some like very like cool cameo heroes in the movie. So very excited.
I can't do these live action anymore, man.
I can't say that I'm like have been a big fan of all of the live action movies. Like there's some that have been terrible, like Mulan, Aladdin.
But like Snow White looks awful.
Yeah. But I did like the Beauty and the Beast one. And this one, like I think it comes down to like, when you're doing something that's a little more like I shouldn't say fantastical, but like Lilo and Stitch with the aliens and stuff, like you really have to nail the character design, like how it looks in the real life. And I think seeing what Stitch looks like as like a CGI, like real life thing, I thought it looked pretty good.
Like I'm not upset at it. I don't know, like I'm tired of these, like I want something new. I want a new concept.
I know. But people, but they're money grabbers, Dom.
I know, but they're making another live action of How to Train Your Dragon. Like, what was wrong with the original? Like,
nothing's on the original. I do have the live action How to Train Your Dragon also on my list because the first one is so good. So I'm expecting good things from the live action. But again, I don't know because I don't think there's been a trailer for it, so I don't know what it's going to look like. We even know if it's going to come out this year. Like,
but was it Jay Baruchel, or how do you pronounce his last name?
I don't know.
Either way, but he was like, he played a perfect Hiccup, main character, right? Hiccup. I'm so sorry. Yeah. It's been so long since I've seen this. Okay.
Yes.
He played it really good.
Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
mean, I just think like I feel like a lot of, well, I feel like How to Train Your Dragon like didn't get the praise for like the movies when it was
mhm.
out. They're so good. And again, like I'm okay to give the benefit of the doubt to see how the live action looks first. Like because we haven't gotten a trailer or anything, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. The trailer could look like garbage, and then that might change my opinion. But right now, it's sitting there. I'm okay with it.
That's
I have two more
fair.
on my list
Okay,
before we move on. Jurassic World Rebirth comes out this year.
I'll
You just
respect
know
that.
me.
I'll
I
take
just
it.
love dinosaurs, and I love watching people get eaten by dinosaurs. So like, I can't go
Hmm.
wrong when new dinosaur movies come out. And there's no details about what this movie's about. I have no plot. I just know some of the characters are coming back. So who knows? It's gonna be good. The last one was kind of garbage, but again, I just want to see dinosaurs eat people. So like, you can't really go wrong with that. And the last one I have on here is Now You See Me 3.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't realize that was coming out. Okay.
It's been so long in the making. I was a really big fan of the first two movies. For those that don't know, like they're the ones where the magicians are like criminals and like doing a bunch of crazy stuff. Um,
I
and
kind of hope like Daniel Radcliffe comes back in it because he was my favorite part of Now You See Me Too.
I have the second one.
Yeah.
Uh, and yeah, so I don't know. I don't really know what to expect from it. Like I think most of the cast is coming back. Like even the actor that played Henley in the first one, who wasn't in the second one for whatever reason, like they got her to come back.
Hmm.
So, you know, it might be a good movie. It might not be. I don't really care. Watching people do magic tricks to like rob banks and stuff is awesome. So like I can't really like go wrong with it. Hopefully. So
Yeah.
those are my movie
Um,
outlooks for the year. Let's
I
change
want to point
course.
out two movies before we
Oh,
switch courses.
yep. Go ahead.
So now, after certain movies, like their licensing comes up, people can start making movies. How they made the Winnie the Pooh horror universe.
Yes,
Two
yes.
movies are coming out a part of that horror universe.
Oh God, what are
Uh,
they?
Steamboat Willie, which is titled Screamboat.
Okay.
Here's the description for it. I had to look it up. So, a late night boat ride turns into a desperate fight for survival in New York City, wherein a mischievous mouse becomes a monstrous reality. Can a motley crew survive a killer creature with a taste for tourists?
Oh my God, that sounds awful.
And then number two
What was the
is
Pooh movie? Wasn't it like Pooh, Blood and Honey or something dumb?
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Yeah, yeah. It was. These are. I can't watch
Wait,
them
can I
because
guess
they're.
the IP of the whatever is coming out?
What do you mean, like the IP?
Like I know some of the stuff that has gone into like the public domain to be used.
Oh
Can I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
guess like what it is?
You can guess the next one if you can.
Okay. Is it related to a Disney property?
It is a classic Disney property that
Oh
was
sure, never
made
mind.
before the 50s, I want to say.
Hmm. I don't know. I had an
Peter
idea of
Pan.
what is it?
It's Peter Pan.
Oh God, well. Okay, tell me the description of this one. What's this one called?
Wendy Darling strikes out in an attempt to rescue her brother Michael from the clutches of the evil Peter Pan, in quotes. Along the way, she meets Tinkerbell, who is seen taking certain drugs, believing that it's pixie dust.
Oh my
It is. I hate that. So, I mean, granted, like, you can't really watch Peter Pan much in today's world,
God. Yeah.
but, like, oh my gosh. Like, it is. I don't know. I hate that they're doing this.
I thought my light behind me just went out. I have timers on my lights and it's gotten late enough, I guess. The IP I thought you were gonna say was Popeye just went into the public
I
domain.
think okay, let me scroll through these. Like I feel like I've seen something about it, but I hope they don't.
I saw
Can they
something that
just
was
stop?
funny because like Popeye went into the public domain, but like Popeye after he eats spinach is not in the public domain yet. So you just have like the OG Popeye.
That's so weird.
Isn't that it's so odd.
One movie I did forget about. I didn't see it on. I'm cheating with the list because I definitely didn't prepare as well.
That's okay. You were busy.
Is Happy Gilmore 2?
Oh, I forgot that's coming out this year too.
I did too. I
They've
was
been
like, I
doing
just thought
some
about it a
good.
second ago.
I see the guy that played Shooter McGavin like on my Twitter, like posting all the time, and he posts in character, so it's so funny.
Gosh. It's like the people for The Boys that post like they have their own page in universe, and it's so like if
Yeah.
I love that when people do that.
Oh, you know what else comes out this year that's like an extended universe movie like that?
Hmm.
The Karate Kid movie.
Oh my god, I forgot. Yeah. Who is even? Is this?
It's a new. I know
Who's
it's a new Karate Kid, but Ralph
okay?
Macchio's in it, and then Jackie Chan's in it. So like they're connecting the new school movie with Jaden Smith with the old school
Is
movies.
Jaden Smith going to be in it?
No, from what I've seen, not.
Boo! He's what made it the movie. The movie.
And Justin Bieber. I'm saying that as more of a
um,
meme, but my man Jackie Chan's looking so old now, bro. Which
I
I'm not surprised
he's
by, but he's still doing his stunts in this movie, so I'm like, okay. It's like
look at him go.
and stuff. Um, you have any more movies, or you want to talk about video games real quick before
We
we
can
get
talk
off?
about games.
It's getting a little long
We can
here.
100% talk about games.
I have a good one
There's
to start us off on.
okay.
Not a game, but a piece of hardware. The Switch 2 is supposedly getting released this year.
Yep.
I'm very excited for that. I own a Switch Lite, so I'm kind of a new, like, I'm not a regular Switch owner. And part of the reason for that is because the Switch 2 has been getting leaked for like 2 years now. And I'm like, I don't want to buy a brand new Switch when a Switch 2 could come out. So I've been waiting. Supposedly it's coming out this year now. So I'm like, thank God I can like get a new Switch. A lot of the games that I was playing on my first Switch or my Switch Lite, which obviously is not as good as like a regular Switch, was having some hardware issues with like, lagging and some of the graphics. And so I'm hoping, from what I've seen, like the supposedly like the graphics for the Switch 2 and like the hardware that they're upgrading to is like just so much better. So I'm excited to get my hands on that and see like how good it's going to be, and then hopefully go back and play some of the games that I've been playing, like laying off because I've been waiting for the Switch to get a Switch, like a good Switch. So
Yeah.
that's my big
I'm
one.
hopeful to get one. Like I got into the Switch game late, and I was like, it's too far. Like it's just like sometime like the last couple of years, I was like, they're gonna make a new one soon. It's not worth it for me to get a Switch. And like seeing like now, I'm like, okay, now they're making the two. I'll hop on the two because two things I love that I'll always play is Mario Kart and Mario Party.
Oh, dude, the new Mario Party looks so fun.
I've seen so many people play it, and like it's
The
hard to
Mario Party
find people.
Jamboree.
Yeah, it's hard to find people who love Mario Party, and
Uh,
like I will happily always play Mario Party.
yeah. Yeah. No, Mario Party and Mario. I would assume that I mean, new Mario Kart hasn't come out since the Switch launched, so I'd assume that I would be surprised if there isn't some like pretty good like IPs that are coming with the launch. Like I know
Mm-hmm.
Metroid Prime 4 is another one that people have been really excited for, and I think this hasn't been. It's been announced, but people don't know when it's coming out. I assume that might also come out at launch, and I'd also assume a new Mario game that people have been waiting for, like a
Yeah,
Odyssey
like I'll
2.
always take a new Mario game.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, always been a big fan of Mario games. Though I've always played Luigi because I have always been the younger sibling. So if Luigi could get some more love, I would appreciate that.
I mean, Luigi's Mansion 2.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just want as much Luigi games as there is Mario. Like I don't know. Like they definitely could capitalize on that.
I need more Yoshi Island games. Yoshi's my boy.
That is true. I'll take that too. Maybe more Toad
Yoshi.
games. Like music, like a neat little Toad Stardew Valley game.
Bro, my girlfriend and I have been playing so much Stardew Valley. That's all I play on my Switch now.
I love that.
I have a co-op island. I think we have like 100 hours in it right now.
Jesus.
And I've never played Stardew Valley before we started playing together, so it's been my first experience, and now I'm addicted to it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 more games on this list. What
Okay.
are you throwing out here? No, you go. You go.
Piece of hardware. I mean, I'm upgrading my PC, so I'm going to be able to play a lot more. I'm excited. Finally getting the 30 series realm. So, games wise, though, first and foremost, Borderlands 4.
Oh, that's on my list too.
See, Borderlands 3 is the one game I have more than like 600 hours in. I don't know. If PlayStation counted how many hours I had in that, then I'd be able to, because I have 400 hours.
I think it shows you on there. On PS5, actually, never mind.
I don't have my PS4 anymore.
Oh, well, that's fair.
I have 400 something hours on PC with Borderlands that I'm playing right now with somebody else, another brother that
on Borderlands 3.
Yep, doing a whole nother run through. We're 100%ing everything.
Oh gosh, I mean, and you know that Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I just platinumed it on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
So put up as many hours into that as that. In the I don't know, like I love Borderlands regardless of it. The hate on it. I don't care. It's fun. It's a fun little game. I love the
I was
mechanics.
gonna say like I obviously I platinum Borderlands 3 and Borderlands 2. I'm planning on platinum Borderlands 1 this year. I do also enjoy the series. I didn't play 3 as much. I definitely played a lot more of 2. Um, I'm very excited for this one as well. I mean, obviously, I think it kind of came out of left field, and obviously the movie was garbage. So like, it's not going to introduce a bunch of new people. But I mean, we don't really know what the plot of this one's going to be. We're kind of assuming that it's going to be like being able to like planet hop almost, essentially, like to a bunch of different planets with how 3 ended.
Yeah, like I'm okay with it how it is. Like it is like Borderlands is fine. It's not like it's that open world where you need that much, but like I'm there for the fun. The trailer looks good. I'm hoping the Siren character is going to be good. I don't know what she's supposed to be. I think that they're supposed to be the animal control one. I don't know. I'll just wait for it. I'm too lazy to figure it out.
Yeah, I'll wait for more details to come down. But I do know I saw this. This might make you laugh. Did you see the interview that I don't remember the guy that like the head of the studio of Gearbox. Like,
what, Randy Pitchford or?
Oh yeah, that sounds right. He did an interview and he was talking about how like, yo, we're not doing all this like brain rot Riz stuff in this game. Like he's like, there's gonna be no skibbity toilet in Borderlands because obviously Borderlands is known for its like humor and stuff.
I'm so glad they're like dialing back on the toilet humor because it was fine.
I am too.
Like I think that like the cheap comedy and the hilarity with it is good.
I need a Shooty McShooty face quest like V2.
But like I don't know, like some of the jokes in there just like I was like, oh my god, I don't know. I couldn't handle it. I think it was too much for me at some point, but I'm glad they're like maybe toning it back. I don't know. I don't want them to tone it back a lot, but I have as much faith in it that it will be good because regardless, I don't care. I loved it. I love it all. The series is great.
I'm excited for that one too. I think it comes out in the summer. My next 2 games on my list are both games I'm very excited for, and somehow are both like in the same genre without like meaning to, coming out at around the same time. I have Assassin's Creed Shadows and Ghost of Yotoi.
Oh my gosh, when does that come out?
Ghost of Yotoi comes out in, I believe, April, and Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out in February. For those of you that don't know, these are both games where you're playing as a ninja / samurai during, the different feudal periods of Japan. Assassin's Creed Shadows was supposed to come out in October, and I was very excited for it. And then Ubisoft pushed it back because they were worried about there's some backlash towards it or something. But they were worried about performance and they wanted to make sure it was like all good. So then they pushed it into this year. And then of course at was it the Gamescom this year that Ghost of Yotoi got announced, which is the sequel to one of my top 5 games, Ghost of Tsushima. And everyone didn't know that this game was coming out and everyone freaked out when it got announced. So I'm very excited for both of those. I actually just saw Ubisoft has not been having like a great time, right? And Star Wars Outlaws like started out really bad, but then it came back and like got pretty decent reviews. The last couple of Assassin's Creed games have been okay. I've enjoyed them. I've played through them, but I just saw like somebody got an early copy of Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I saw people playing it and like reviewing some stuff on YouTube today. And the number 1 comments on there was, "Is Ubisoft back?" Because it looked very good. Like it did not look like some of the buggy like traditional Ubisoft games we've been getting. Like it looks very clean. This is obviously an Assassin's Creed game that people have been waiting for forever. Like since the game came out, they wanted to play as a ninja. So I'm very excited for both of those games. It'll be a good time.
Okay, that's no. I those are on my list too, but like I haven't touched them yet.
Oh man, you gotta.
I know. I'm
behind. You gotta play Ghost of Tsushima if you haven't at least. That game is phenomenal.
It's on my wish list.
So good. I think it actually comes to. I know they've been doing all their stuff like Sony games being on PC. I think it is either already on or it's coming out this year. Like
Ghost of Tsushima is on the other newest one isn't there. So like
Yeah, that one
they're
hasn't come out
catching
yet
up.
though. So
So like on my list, which is kind of going to that, is Spider-Man 2.
like on
It's not
PC.
out for me yet on PC, and
Uh,
I'm excited. I love the Spider-Man games; they're so good.
hmm
Also, I want to check out Lego Horizon Adventures. I've seen some good stuff about it. I
I
love
heard it was
Lego games; they're
okay.
so fun. Yeah,
I like the Horizon games. I don't know if it needed a Lego version, but supposedly it was good.
it was unnecessary, but like I don't know. Okay, so upcoming games though as well is, gosh, there is a few things that I'm more excited for though. So Civ 7, I'm excited just to at least play
Yes.
it a little bit.
Yes. You know, me and the boys
Um,
play Civ 6 all the time. Or used to play it all the time. Haven't really played it recently, but we've been waiting
there
for Civ
is
7.
gosh, so those are like really like the big ones that I'm like really excited for. Like other things, like I think I'm just trying to like touch games I've never touched. Well, I guess okay, sorry, let me scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Indiana Jones is coming out in on
Yes, I'm
PC
waiting
a
for it
little
on
later, but
PlayStation too.
it's so like you need at least a minimum of a ray tracing graphics card for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's insane the requirements for it.
I listened to a lot of video game podcasts and they've been talking about the game playing on Xbox and how like you literally just feel like you're in the movie. Like it got like almost perfect scores. Like and people are surprised. It's a Bethesda game, but you know,
Hmm.
yeah, that's another one. I'm waiting for it to come out on PlayStation, which is coming,
Yep,
I think, in
and
the
then
spring.
there's a game called Naughty Geese.
Oh god, what is this?
Okay, like it's so like it's literally just like a 2D platformer that's like almost like pixels and stuff,
Okay.
but like it kind of it's just I don't know, it's a lot of fun and it's a lot of hilarious.
Oh my gosh, this looks so goofy. I just pulled it up.
It is, and that's what I'm here for, like the silly little games. I
Oh,
love
this looks like the Duck game or the Duck game. Is the same developer?
this is the same developer as so Stella or what's Statera.
Satara.
They are
Oh
I don't know, they
god.
haven't made anything like big lately.
Oh. I own that like Duck game, like the 2D shooter one that you play with friends, and it looked like the
Hmm.
same kind of graphics, but I mean that's just pixel art stuff.
Yeah. Like other really good games that are like there's also some really fun simulating games that are like dumb. Like
Yes.
there's
Tell
Toy
me
Shop
more.
Simulator.
Oh, I've been waiting for Supermarket Simulator to get a little bit better. I want to play that one.
Yeah.
I have a
No,
couple
you're
other
right.
AAA kind of, or I have two AAA games and one indie game on my list still.
Okay.
GTA 6 is coming out this year supposedly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So obviously I played some GTA 5, but like didn't keep up with it like full time, and obviously this one's been a while in the making, so I'm kind of excited to like get on board now that I'm like more dedicated to trying to play it.
Hmm.
I have Doom: The Dark Ages comes out in the summer. I
I
think
didn't
you
know about
played.
that. I
Oh,
played Doom.
you played Doom and Doom Eternal like on the
I played
difficult
both
ones.
Doom and Doom Eternal. I didn't know about this Doom. No,
Oh,
that is
bro,
new.
you gotta look it up. Like I mean, it's set in the. Well, it's not set, but like we don't really know a lot about the plot. But like your dude looks like he's like wearing like barbarian like armor. Like he has a sword. Like it's very melee heavy in this one. There's like
Hmm.
it looks awesome. So I'm excited for that one as well. I think that comes out in the summer. And then the last one I have is an indie game. Have you heard of this game? Look it up. It's Mouse PI for Hire.
Okay.
It's the indie studio. So like the style of the game is like it reminds me of Cuphead. It's like a cartoony kind of game, but it's like gritty.
Okay.
Like you're playing as a detective and it's a shooter.
Mm,
So it's like a
okay.
first person shooter and you're shooting like cartoon characters and like blowing their heads off and it's like very cartoony but like violent.
Oh,
Um
okay. I see it now.
yeah,
20.
I think it got announced like a while ago, but I saw that the devs just announced it's coming out this year. Um and I'm very excited for it. It looks crazy. Um like I said, you're playing as a PI, so it's like a noir style game. You're a
Yep.
detective like trying to solve crimes in this like cartoony city. It reminds me of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like
Yeah. No, it is 100% like black. I'm looking at it now. It looks
yes,
great.
like the gun animations are all cartoony, like the way that you're killing like the other rabbits and stuff is just very cartoony. Like It looks awesome, and I can't think of like a first person shooter style game that's been like this. Like this is the first one that I can think of, and I'm sure some of our undergrads or like random alumni have probably played some obscure like video game that's similar to this, but it just looks awesome. So I'm very excited to try it out. I'm me with my first person shooters, but if it's gonna
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
a good story behind it for like a noir style game, then I can't really complain. So
No,
um,
there's some like really really good like cartoony games that you just can't find, and like
uh,
this is one of those ones that like you won't be able to find anywhere else. Like Cuphead was phenomenal, and it's sparse. Like I actually like the Cuphead show as well. I want to
I've
point
never
that out.
seen it, but like I know it's got a big following, and like some of my
Yeah,
kids at school like Cuphead and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, like whatever. But
yeah,
but yeah, so I'm excited for that game. That should be a fun time.
yeah.
Do you have any more games on your list?
I don't have any 2025 games, but because I want to jump back into 2024 games that I never touched or am
Yes,
like
go right ahead.
currently into. Balatro number one is it's I put so many hours in this game. It's such a good game. You gotta try it out. It's
I
a good
do.
deck
I know
builder.
it's gotten so many good reviews, and it seems like a style game I would play because I do like card games.
Yeah, so like there's a guy who used to stream Hearthstone that now streams Balatro. Like
Like
it's
just constantly.
yeah. Like I don't know. I'll text you out after we're done here. Like, but I think like it's a phenomenal game to play.
Mm-hmm.
Um, No Man's Sky though it came out early. Like I think it's like finally at its
Bro,
spot where it's good.
I
I'm
went to
putting
the
it in the
midnight
2024.
release of No Man's Sky when it first came out in like 20, probably came out in 2015,
Hmm.
2014. I think it's 2015.
Yeah,
Um, and I've owned that game since, and I haven't touched. Like, obviously, it was really bad when it first came out, so I haven't touched it since then. But I've known there's so many quality of life updates that I really want to get back into it.
yep. Um, so other 2024, I have a lot of 2024 games that I'm like ecstatic. So like Hades 2,
Mm-hmm.
um,
I
it's
think
a
it's in
really good
alpha right
roguelite.
now, isn't it?
Yeah, or beta,
Beta?
somewhere around there.
Maybe it's
I
in
think
beta.
they're
That sounds right.
finally in beta. Um, there is Ballionaire. It's a pachinko style game. It's so much fun.
Oh yeah, I really like
Um,
this.
and then oh my gosh, so let me actually go into my wish list right now. There's so many games that like I've been so excited for, and I loved that I haven't touched. So, the newest Flight Simulator I want to grab.
Uh-huh.
Still looks really good. There is
I think it also. I mean, I got good reviews. The flight simulator is
there's
always so good.
there's Squirrel with a Gun.
Yep, that's on my wish list too.
It's so good. There is Shanghai Summer,
I don't know what that is. Is that
which is supposed to be hilarious. There's Contraband Police, which is from 2023, but I still haven't played it yet. It's so Shanghai Summer is supposed to be like a visual novel, but it's just supposed to be like
okay. It does. I was about to say it looks
hilarious.
very visual novel.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be hilarious. I don't know. It's on my wish list. There's Sung Wukong, which I still want to play. God of War Ragnarok, which came out in 2024 for PC.
Oh yeah. I haven't played Ragnarok yet either. I've been waiting for it to
There
come out.
is Date Everything, which comes out this Valentine's Day. It's so supposed to be a dating. It's supposed to be like a simulation game, kind of like the same graphics and stuff as like Power Wash Simulator, but
God,
you can just
Power
date
Wash
everything in your house.
Simulator.
Like it's so funny. I don't know. It looks real. You should look up the trailer. It's so good.
That's goofy.
Little Kitty, Big City.
Yep, I've heard that's
It's adorable.
fantastic as well. I want to get it as well.
Sonic and Shadow Generations.
Oh, is that a new Sonic
Came out
game?
in October.
It came out in October. I haven't seen anything about it.
And then I've been excited for it. Like I don't know, like Sonic's just kind of back on my play wall now of like everything's there. There was also Until Dawn, which I gotta play.
Yes, I played that. I mean, they're making a movie now of it. Sony and Studios.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I played it Halloween, not this last year, but the year before. And I don't like spooky games, and it made me spooky. But, it was a fun time.
Okay. And that's like, I don't know, it's like my big like 2024 games. I think let
Mhm.
me cheat again and look if there's anything else that I forgot about because I'm probably gonna forget something.
I
I
don't.
don't care much for Astrobot, couldn't care any less.
Oh, I'm excited for Astronaut.
I don't have PS5 anymore, so like it doesn't bother me. Like I don't care
That's.
about
I
it.
mean, I guess that's fair. I'm all about my trophy collecting, and I'm at 92 right now. My goal's at 100 this year, and I'm
I
going
know.
for it, obviously.
I'm following for you. I'm following your
I know.
stuff.
I got my first one this year already, like last week. Actually, on Monday or Sunday. Yeah. So,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
there's
I'm
nothing.
excited.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're gonna do great. I'm excited because I always follow whenever you post more about it. So
I
like,
know my Reddit posts.
all right.
um,
That's about
we've
it
been
for
going
my
for
games.
yeah. Okay, that's a good list. We've been going for quite a long time here, so I think we gotta end it here so that
Wrap it up. See what Sean
can
can
edit
edit
it,
out.
and people will maybe listen to our ramblings for an hour and a half. This might have to be like a 2-part. Well, no, I don't want to split it up. We'll do one episode. Um, yeah. Obviously, since we talked so long, it was just showing like how much stuff we have to talk about this year. So hopefully,
We added
um,
games in there, and like I can go for another like 20 minutes. Like I'm scrolling through
oh,
like the best of 24.
yeah, we can definitely yap about some stuff when you need to. But um, obviously, we're recording this early New Year. The plan right now is to go big with the amount of episodes we're doing this year, especially with everything that like both of our ABCs and stuff have going on. Like we definitely want to talk about a lot of it, and I think we're still in the works of maybe doing some like live-ish kind of stuff. I don't know if we've had a conversation about that in a while, but I've been working on some things behind the scenes. You'll be filled in on it, but people can be ready for that one when we might do some stuff like at some of these events that are going on. I know I'm roping you into stuff that I haven't told you about yet, but
Yeah, I don't even know where
you'll
this
be
is.
okay.
So this is my first time hearing about it
It'll
too.
be a fun time. But um, you know, we're going into the new year hot. Obviously, we had a really long episode here. Thank you, if you made it to the end of this episode and heard us yap that whole time. We appreciate you. Um, we've got some ideas on some people to bring in next, but it's very fluid right now. I want to get some of our undergrads on to kind of talk about their experiences. So I have a list of some guys that want to come on and talk. So we're gonna probably reach out to a couple of them and see who wants to get on. But again, if anybody that's listening wants to come on and chat about whatever with us, feel free. Again, going from this episode doesn't have to be SIG up related because we're just yapping about everything. So yeah, we appreciate you guys. Don, you got anything to say before we zoom out here?
No, just thanks for joining in. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for letting us yap. I hope you guys are doing great. Let us know if you have any questions or concerns. If you want to be involved with either AVC, you're more than welcome to.
It's a good time to start. We have our annual meeting in April. So we have, if you want to be on our board, I think we have like 3 or 4 spots up. Or if you just want to be an AVC member in general, I will give you a little like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you join the AVC, there may be some discounts for some of these events coming up, including 25-year banquet.
Wow.
So maybe you should join the AVC. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but whatever. I don't care.
Sean
All that information. What?
I said Sean edited out.
No, Sean. All that information is gonna be coming out soon anyway, so it is what it is. Like I'm trying to drive, drive the numbers. Come to the banquet. It's gonna be a good time. And if you join the AVC, it might cost a little less. Sweet. Well, again, it was good to chat with you, Dom, and sit down and we haven't done an episode like this where we've just talked for a while, so we need to definitely do these more often.
2 weeks from today, we got to do it again. We'll be back.
We got to get somebody else on too, though.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, and we'll probably let's do we need to do like a mid-year review, like hit the midway point and be like, okay, what we expecting from these shows and movies and stuff that we're very hyped for actually come to fruition. Who knows?
6 months from now, we'll check in.
Yeah,
January 8th,
I like that.
either.
I like that. Alrighty, guys. Again, thank you for staying for the whole thing. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Okay.